What if I told you that you could get in the minds of your website visitors? What if I told you that you could physically see what they are doing on your website? Well, in this video, you are going to learn how to get in the minds of your website visitors and see what they are doing each and every step of the way. So if you stick around till the end, you will be able to optimize your website to perform even better. Today, I want to share with you somewhat of a hidden gem. I am talking about Microsoft Clarity. And as the name suggests, it is made by Microsoft. And best of all, it is 100% free. So what is Microsoft Clarity and how can it help your business? Microsoft Clarity allows us to view heat maps and recordings of what users are doing on our website. These valuable metrics are great to understand user behavior. A simple example is a landing page. Say you have a landing page and you ask users to opt in by filling in their email address. By using Microsoft Clarity on your landing page, you will be able to see how long a user spends on your website, how far down do they scroll, what are they clicking on, and so much more. Based on this real life data, we can make tweaks and optimize our landing pages to increase opt-in rates and to perform even better. Let's dive in and see how easy it is to set up. So if you just search for Microsoft Clarity, so it's clarity.microsoft.com, you can click on that and then you can sign in or sign up. So it's simple to sign up. All you need is an Outlook account, a Microsoft account. You can even sign in with Facebook, or you can even sign in with Google too. So for this case, I'm just going to sign in with Google. I'm going to choose which Google account I want to use. And then you may not see any other projects, but because on this account, I have a few projects. So you're going to click on the top left, add new project. And what do you want to call this? I want to call this dev site because I'm doing this on a dev site. The URL, I'm just going to copy it from here and you will paste in whatever is the URL of your website. Site category, I'm just going to choose marketing. You can choose whichever one is relevant to you. And now it's going to tell me how to install it. So I'm actually going to use a third-party platform because I prefer to have all my tracking codes within Google Tag Manager. And if you want to find out how to install Google Tag Manager, I will link to a previous video on how to install Google Tag Manager, but that is the preferable method. So here I'm going to click on Google Tag Manager and saying easily connect this project to your Google Tag Manager. I'm going to click on connect now. So it's asking me now to sign into my Google account. I'm going to choose the relevant Google account and it's going to say the Microsoft Clarity needs permission. I'm going to click on continue. And as you can see, it's saying, what do you want to connect to? So here it's going to give me a list of all my sites. So for this particular one, I'm using dev site. I'm going to choose that. Choose dev site there again. And I'm going to click on create and publish. So it says connecting to Google Tag Manager. And now your project is connected to Google Tag Manager. So as you can see, in just a few steps, we managed to connect Microsoft Clarity via Google Tag Manager. So now let's go in and see if it's there. So I'm going to go into Google Tag Manager. So as I refresh it, and then I click on tags. As you can see, Microsoft Clarity is working and it's triggering on all pages. So in just a few steps, we managed to install Microsoft Clarity. Now, to give you more insight into Microsoft Clarity, I'm just going to give you a real life example. So you can actually see the possibilities of Microsoft Clarity and why you definitely need it on your website. Let's go to recordings. So now this is telling me recordings for the last 3 days. So I'm going to leave that for now. So let's just click on this one. So this is telling me that a user went to this particular page. We can see what a user clicked on. You can see it closed up the pop-ups. And now we can see what content they were consuming. We can see where they clicked. So it's saying this particular recording is 48 seconds. And it'll even tell us this particular user visited one page only and they clicked 5 times. And we can see it was on a Windows PC and they were from South Africa. So that's a quick overview of recordings. I can click on scroll. What scroll means is if I scroll right to the top of this page, it says 100% users reach this point. Then as you can see, as we go further down, 97%, and we scroll down more, 87%. And say on average, people came up to here, and you can see 87, 85, 78, and it's going lower and lower as we go lower down the page. So this will give us valuable insight into how people are consuming our content and how much of it they are actually reading. So let's take a quick look at heat maps. You click on heat maps, right at the top, it'll show you heat maps. You can choose a particular page. And remember, even if we wanted to choose our own page, we can go ahead and do that. We can type in whatever URL we want, and it'll give us a heat map of that particular page. So for this, I'm just going to use the same one that we are on. So it's saying that this user clicked once on contact, once on consultation. So there were 2 in this area. If we scroll down, see there were more, like 1 click here on dismissal and resignations, 2 clicks here, more clicks, more clicks. So while they were reading, this could be a scroll as well. So you can see many areas here while they were reading. We can see that. So it will actually tell us every step of the way where a user clicked. So on mobile, you can see here above, there were 8 clicks in total. And as you can see here, there were more clicks, more clicks. So this gives us valuable insight. So let me give you an example. Say this was our landing page. And now on this landing page, as you can see, we are asking people to enter their name and email, and then we are going to give them a free guide. So say, for example, if our heat map shows that no one was actually reaching this part, so then what we will do, we will actually tweak it and make it such where the name and email actually shows up above the fold. So that will be in this area, so that it is easily accessible, so that someone can enter their email address and their name. So that's a good example of how we will actually use Microsoft Clarity. I hope this gives you some insight into how you can leverage free tools like Microsoft Clarity to actually make your website perform even better. And remember, we don't want to just have a website just for the sake of having a website. We want to have a website that is actually working for us and bringing in leads for our business. If you want to find out more, or if you would like us to optimize your website to perform even better, all the relevant links will be in the description of this video. I hope you found this video useful, and until the next time, keep on untangling the web.